This, I know, we all wish it was mine. It's a 08 3rd gen 6.7. It's an automatic. Does have the full center console. 187 on the clock. Beautiful truck. I'm gonna clean it up a little bit. Obviously, I mean the paint's not bad, but it's hazy. So I'm gonna go ham on this paint later. But right now, I just took it to get inspected for Nate. Him and Guthrie are, I mean, off in BFE, Oklahoma working. So he had me go and get it inspected for him. And right now, I just got it back. There were some codes on the dash. They just ended up being, one was low brake fluid level, and indeed it was. I checked it and it took about a bottle. And the other two were voltage, like too high voltage and too low voltage on the automatic shift something. So probably something tuning would fix. But yeah, I'm gonna show you guys exactly why as soon as you get a vehicle, you should check everything. Like, just go through all the fluids and all that good stuff. So I've checked the oil. We're probably just gonna go ahead and change the oil, like probably within the weekend. He gets back on Friday, so probably do it around then. Ran it for a while, checked the tranny fluid. It's solid, it looks good. Like I said, I filled up the brake fluid already. We're letting it cool down a little bit more for the coolant. Washer fluid it's a little low. It could be filled up. Air filter. And before you guys freak out, this is a prime example of why you should go through stuff. I'm not saying this is bad. I mean, it's doing its job right here. This is the face down side. So this is where the air comes in, and this is where it comes out. This doesn't look bad. So, I mean, it's not sucking in any of this crap. The filter is doing its job. So before you guys freak out on it saying, no, you bought a truck that nobody took care of it. Well, the filter is doing its job, and that's why it's in there, because it will suck that crap up in there, and that's how it all gets filtered out. So, oh, there's the inlet. I was looking for the inlet for that. But we're gonna blow all that out and at least get that cleaned up until he does get an aftermarket intake. I don't know what all he's considering right now, but I do know he's gonna get a lot of cosmetic stuff done to make it look like he wants to, and then we might do some horsepower stuff. So this is a new truck to the channel. I'm super pumped. Whenever it comes to mods for the engine and stuff, we will be doing most of it until it becomes tuning stuff. I'm gonna let people that really know what they're doing handle that, which we can put the tunes on the truck, that's no problem, but tuning wise, I don't know if it'll be through HPP tunes or something like that. Like Greg A uses them, and he's a reliable source, and he loves them, and he does recommend. I mean, he's done their transmission tuning, he's done the engine tuning for them, or uses it, not he doesn't do it. But yeah, so this is it. It does have the 68 in it. It is a 6.7. It is deleted, but besides that, it does have exhaust. It's not fully straight pipe, but it's 4-inch, and it has a MBRP performance muffler on it, which that'll get thrown out. I'm sure it needs to be. It has a decent drone to it, but it does need to be louder. I'm sure Nate thinks the same thing. This is Nate's first diesel, so I'm glad that he got into a Cummins. Hopefully we'll get him addicted. But like I said, we're just introducing this thing and showing you guys why you should check everything whenever you first buy a vehicle. So we checked that. I will probably we'll check front and rear end gear oils to make sure that all looks good. But like I said, check your fluids, check your filters. All that stuff's very important, and to some people, they don't do that and just drive it till something breaks, and that's not me. That's not the way that any of us like to do things. I know Nate's not that kind of guy. We all just assume we say assume the worst, so go through it all, replace all of it so you know what's in there. You never know what anybody else did. You don't know how well they kept it. So you might as well give it a spot A and go through it all. But like I said, this is the truck. We will be going crazy on this paint. I'm gonna sand the crap out of it. Somebody tried to detail it and it didn't work out too well. I don't know, it just doesn't look good. This truck does have a rebuilt transmission, so it's got a rebuilt 68 under it. Here's the sticker. Nathan got in contact with the previous owner because he bought this from a diesel shop that also has a little lot, and they're very, very good guys down there. Whenever they get a truck in, they usually check everything out. That's got a whole new front end under it. They did tell us that they probably hadn't got to some things, so we're going through all that. We got in touch with the previous owner, and he's open about everything. He told us everything that was to do with it. It did have a little bit more of a lift with some bigger tires and wheels on it, and he took that off and took the lift off so it would haul a camper better. So I think it's pretty much stock in the front, no level. We're probably gonna make a Greg A mod here and drop the rear because it doesn't rub up front, and these are 305/70 17s, which is pretty much, I mean, it's a 33. Sure, it's around a 12-inch wide tire. So Nathan's not really a black wheel guy, so I'm sure he won't go that route. But once we get this all cleaned up, he does like the Laramie bumpers. He'll probably go different headlights. We've been peeling the chrome. The grill wasn't in great shape already, so we went ahead and we've been trying to peel all the chrome off so we can get that color matched, and mirrors and all. I mean, you guys know. You already know. So if any of you guys, I mean, there's a few like spots where these are peeling, but Nate's not he's not a fan of black necessarily. So I'll ask him, and if these could be for sale if somebody wants them. I mean, they're nice little, you could put LEDs and then a switch back in because it's already got the clear side marker. It can make for a pretty sharp little setup on somebody's truck, but like I said, that's not what we're going for here. So I'm gonna continue this, and then after we're done, it's not Chemical Guys in there, it's one of my Chemical Guys bottles. That's Purple Power. So I'm gonna scrub this and shine it up real good. And I'm probably gonna clean up the inside a little bit, but I'm gonna leave the outside alone until I get enough sandpaper. But this pretty much is the walk around of one of the new 3rd gens to the channel. So you guys, I'm really happy you got this. This will bring in a lot of other people. Most of you guys are 1st gen guys. This will bring in a lot more people that are looking at 6.7s in particularly, and 3rd gen 6.7 in particularly. So I'm sure we will have all sorts of good stuff for this truck, because I'd say we're mainly going to be doing all the work, since I'm not going to say I know a lot about these trucks, because I don't know a lot about I don't know everything about all the Cummins trucks. So I'm always learning. I'm excited to learn stuff about this, but I do know a fair amount, and I know enough to do most stuff in this. Like if we do injectors, turbo, 2nd gen manifold swap, intake, all that, I know how to do that. The main part I don't know how to do is like the EGR delete and stuff, but it's already done, so we're golden there. But I'm just going to clean this old grill up, shine it up a little, and I'm probably throwing a little video of after I clean it, like the engine bay, and get it all shined up. So hopefully this is good for all you guys and some new subscribers, because this is going to be pretty sweet. As you can tell, I mean, I like my aftermarket wheels and stuff, but this truck looks good. Like, I love how this truck looks. I'm not going to be disappointed whenever he puts wheels and tires on it, because it's going to look even better, and whenever we drop it in the rear. So here it is. I'll get a video of the inside a little bit more. Pretty clean truck. Here's the steering wheel cover that was on there. Throw that away. Pretty clean, power sliding, back glass. It does have tint. It will be needed darker up here, and it needs windshield tint. But full center console. We're gonna do this old grill up right, so you guys stay tuned, and I'm not going away yet. but be ready for the next clip. And just like that, well, you guys don't get on me here. There is still water, I mean obviously dripping from the mat up there, but the whole engine bay is actually dry even though it looks wet. That's the whole point. We got it all, we degreased it pretty good, and this is not what shined it up, obviously. We really anything works. I've had to, whenever I worked down there for that car lot, I had to clean every engine bay that came through. People are very skeptical about washing them. For other brands, it's a big deal. For Dodge, I have never had a problem. I probably washed close to probably 500 plus, at least 500 to 1,000 easy engine bays, and I've never had a problem with power washing them. Now, I don't stay away from anything. I literally degrease the whole thing and spray the crap out of it. Never had a problem. With Fords there's been problems, with Chevys there have been problems, so I don't screw with them. Where I worked, I did only Dodge. I maybe did one Chevy the whole time I was there, probably never a Ford. A lot of old Dodge cool stuff, and a Range Rover and a Beamer, and I think that was it. But mainly everything Dodge, never had a problem with them, so we degreased it. Anything works. That Mother's Back to Black Restorer works. Personally, I just use Tire Shine. Anything that has some sort of shine to it. Some people are picky, I'm not. Tire Shine works just fine. So that's what I used. It cleaned up really nice. It's not, I mean, it's shiny, but it's not too shiny. Valve cover looks good. Obviously we get really down in here, it could probably be cleaned up, but I mean, just, it's nice and clean, the way it should have been done, which I don't get on to dealerships about it, because usually if I buy something from a dealership, I don't want them touching it, because I can definitely do it all on my own, and probably better than they can, because I've worked at dealerships, seen who works there, know what they're capable of. I'm sure there's a lot of guys that are better than me that work at dealerships, but I know that a lot of them they're not good, and I don't want them touching my stuff. These guys, they cleaned it up as good as they could. Tried throwing some wax on it. It's iffy. Didn't mess with the engine bay, so we went ahead and did that for Nathan. I'm sure, I don't know, a bunch of you other horsepower freaks love clean engine bays. That's me. The first gen can only get so clean under the engine bay. It is what it is. But this had potential, and I saw it, so I just degreased it and got it done. It looks way better. I'm happy with it. So check that off the list, and on to the next. So I don't know what I'm leaking. Oh, I got nervous. I got real nervous. It's just dirty water from this thing. I don't really know if it's a sound deadener or what, but it's leaking brown. I thought that was oil for a second. Alright, gonna move to the inside. Be back in a flash. It's hard to tell, but there's some interior dressing on it. Shine it up a little bit. Gray's always harder to tell than black. But there it is. I got the frame all clean because you guys know us. We're gonna get the frame painted good. That doesn't look terrible, but definitely not good enough for our standards by any means. So that'll be the next step. It's degreased, ready to go, and ready to paint. So we'll do that before I start correcting the paint on it. But get in here, turn on the AC. But need windshield wiper fluid. I don't know if you guys can tell, trying to see if you guys can hear the drone from in the cab. Like I said, it's 4-inch with the MBRP muffler. I think it makes a good sound and all, but I know Nate, and I know it won't be loud enough. Personally, I would do the same, and I would get rid of the muffler. But we'll get out on the road here. Just, I mean, quarter throttle, not into it at all. Sounds pretty good. Probably get some tint done. But we're gonna go take it back for the day and get on the first gen, so we'll be back in a few. Alright guys, just got done here at O'Reilly's. Spent some money. Got a new tensioner and I guess, well, the full assembly, because mine's gone to crap. It's rubbing up against this part back in here, back behind there. The belt's riding up on here a long way. So we're gonna go get that put in. It was $75, which is freaking outrageous. I can get one on Rock Auto for like 20. So always, whenever you guys are getting stuff, if you can order ahead of time and it's not a last minute deal, just do it. Don't just go to O'Reilly's and spend a crap ton of money. I try to not spend money here very often, but in this kind of situation, I've got to leave soon. I'm leaving on Thursday to go get on the dyno, so I've got to have it. Nobody will get it to me in time. But we're going to head back, get the tools out. It's just one bolt, 13 mil, so you got to get the belt off, undo that bolt and take that one off and slap this one on. We'll be right back. Alright guys, we're back. We've got the new pulley out of the box. Did get the belt off. It's pretty easy. On the tensioner there will be a little spot to put in a 3/8 drive ratchet. You stick that in there and you push down and it releases the belt. You pull the belt off. And then we had to get a torque wrench to get this thing loose because it was so tight and I couldn't get anything else in there. But just get that on there. There is one bolt that holds it on. Let's see if we can get it on there. And it is a 13 millimeter 6-point is what you want to use. But we are getting that off right now. And as soon as we get that off, we will get back to you. And just like that, we got the old one off. I don't know where it has failed. I'm trying to look and inspect it. Let's hope this one holds up better. It might be, oh, you can see, look where the belt was rubbing. It's the shiny spot in there. It's hard to get this thing to focus, but yeah. It had seen some better days for sure. This thing's pretty hot, so I'm probably not going to mess with it too much right now. See the differences in the top. I hope this thing works. I mean, you never know if O'Reilly's is going to give you the right stuff anyway. It seems to be the exact same dimensions, just maybe a little different look. Same upside down and compare them. It's got the same little notch on here as this one's got. I mean, it should serve the same purpose. I'm gonna set you guys up right here. We're gonna see if it's got any play. This thing doesn't seem to have any play. I don't know. But I do know that maybe that is the problem. I'm gonna I got some gloves over here somewhere. I know that this is gonna be hot because we just drove it. So let's put gloves on. And I'm gonna check one other thing. I don't know what it is. I don't know all the names of this pulleys on the front of this thing, so. That one feels good. The one that was concerning me was this middle one over here. That one seems to be fine too. So I'm just gonna assume that that is what it was, and we're gonna throw this one back on there. Like I said, 13 mil 6-point, and just goes right through there, and that's what bolts it up to the block. So I don't know if there's a good spot over here to put you guys. No, you guys get the gist. I know you know better than that. So we're gonna bolt that back up and get the belt back on. Just like that, we are back. I've got some good information for you guys, but we did get the new tensioner on. Got some new information though. I don't know if you guys will be getting what I got. I didn't get anything bad. Like, I didn't get anything stupid cheap, like just a piece of junk. It is Gates. It is a Gates tensioner, which I recommend all their products. I highly recommend Gates Green Belt for these trucks. But anyways, as you guys heard me saying earlier, this hole right here is for a 3/8 drive, and yeah, it's chewed up a little bit. It's factory probably, or OEM. But the hole on the new one was 1/2-inch drive, not 3/8. So just a little heads up to you guys. That was the only difference. It seemed a lot tighter getting the belt on. So I don't know if that's good or bad, but we got it in the right place. We might get a new belt. That one got chewed up, like I said. I could hear it slapping the top. You can even, oh my, you can see it. And it was only one rib of the belt, so I got rid of the rib, and I'm gonna make do with what I've got. So we got that all done. Hopefully that fixes our problem up here. Next problem is rear end. We got to get that fixed. I don't know if I got it torqued good. Like, the torque spec on that sucker is 260 foot-pounds. Now, Gavin not doing the right thing over here. Whenever I got it off, I couldn't get it off with a 7-foot breaker bar. Keegan brought his Milwaukee impact down with him, set it on number 3, or setting number 3, which is 320 foot-pounds, and literally no problem whatsoever. Like, it was like half of an Ugga, and it was all like, it broke it loose, no problem. So I was really impressed. So I was worried, so I put it on setting 2 to tighten it back down, and I got on it good on setting 2, but I don't know if that got it down good enough. And my biggest torque wrench goes to 150 foot-pounds. So I don't know what to do. I'm gonna try and source a big enough torque wrench, see if anybody I know has one, because that's a lot. But that might be what my problem is. Like I said, I don't know. But at least I will be able to drive it now. It's leaking back there, not enough. I mean, I've checked it and it's still got good fluid. But it is what it is. Pretty much all I need this truck to do is be able to get up on the trailer, go to the dyno out in Pratt, and get on the dyno and run fine on the dyno and make it through a couple dyno pulls and nothing fly apart. So like Cole has told me, he said we're going to get this sucker to 400 horse. I'll be pumped, and I hope you guys will be pumped too, because if I do get to 400 horse, that means there's more potential here, because I'm losing horsepower at the converter for sure. With a built transmission, it would put down even more horsepower. So I got an unboxing video for you guys. I got lift pump stuff in. So next video, which I'm gonna start on tonight. So I'm gonna get this all cleaned up. I'll probably go home, take a video of the unboxing stuff. It's gonna be a how-to on making your own piston lift pump, which you can get one on the Hungry Diesel for a lot. I got like 120 bucks in this, so this is gonna be awesome. I'm gonna show you guys how to do it and who to get a hold of to do it. But I'm gonna put the right bolts back on my beauty cover up here, put my air filter back on, and put all this stuff up, and we're gonna get on trucking. So this will be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, got to see some new stuff, got to hear some input on my pulley for the tensioner pulley and some changes that they've made. And as for that, guys, that's gonna do it. Please subscribe if you see that you're gonna like some of the 3rd gen content. Subscribe, because we're gonna get a lot of that. That's it. Thanks you guys for stopping by. Do what you do best. Hit that subscribe and like button, and take it easy. See you.